everyone. From here onwards, we'll be starting with like solving problems on stack using that stack data structure. First thing that I want from you guys is I hope you have watched my stack identification video. That video was a bit lengthy. I know that you can watch it in increased speed, but guys, in that video, whatever things I told about stack, we will be using those in our questions. And I know that I took a lot of time and I put a lot of efforts on that video, so I'll not be repeating concepts of stack in that depth, okay, because that is the primary video that I made. So go and watch that, go and find the all the things that provoke you from your brute force to stack. We'll directly listen guys, because if you see in that problem on brute force I tried to spend a lot of time, then I saw that what are the problem in brute force. Here I'll not put that much of effort on brute force. If I get the hint, I'll directly go and see what is that thing that will provoke you to use the stack. Okay, let's go ahead with this problem. So that was the only thing that I wanted to say you as a disclaimer. So let's see what this problem says. You are given an array, you are given an array of prices. So here if you see all the array of prices, okay, and what are the prices of stocks over few days. So here total 7 days. You have to find the span of each stock. See what a span of a stock means. Let's consider this as 70 or the 3 index. So what is the span of this stock? All the stock, first of all the stocks to its left. What I mean, consecutive stocks in its left who are lesser than or equal to this stock, okay, who are lesser than or equal to this stock, you will say they are in that span. Okay, so they will be counted as the span of that stock. So what I mean, see, for 70, obviously 70 is lesser than 70, like, it 70 itself will be counted as 1, 70 itself will be counted as 1, which means though you have to find the maximum number of days, or the span I can say maximum number of days starting from that stock itself, and you have to consecutively go in backward till what point? Till you don't get till you get all the stock prices lesser than or equal to current stock prices. So let's see for 70 obviously you will start from 70. So 70 is 1 day. Then you will go to 60. 60 is lesser than equals to 70. 60 is lesser than equals to 70, so you'll get one more. But 80 is not less than or equal to, it is greater than. So you will say the span of the 70 is what? 2. Span of the 70 is 2. So in this way, what I can say guys, directly, if I see here, so for every index for the 70, what I want, because I will traverse to all the lesser elements, I'll go through all the lesser elements, go past all the lesser elements. But where will I stop? I'll stop at the first element in its in its left, the last element or the latest element. See guys, again the hints that I like told you in that primary video of identification. For the 70, where would I stop? Where would I stop my loop? Where would I stop searching for its span? On 60 I'll go, or I'll go to left, I'll see 80. Oh, 80 is greater than 70. So the first element or the nearest, while going from left to right, the nearest element which is greater than your the 70, you'll stop that. And see, 3 minus 1, 3 minus 1. So for 70 you get the answer 2. Okay, let's try to calculate for every index in that way. Sorry. So for 100 the index is 0. You are not getting anything in its left that is greater than. In fact, you are not getting an element. So in this case, what we'll do, if you're not getting any element who is greater than this in its left, you will, because zero index is it is 0 index, so you'll add index plus 1. So for this stock you will say total 1 is the span. For 80 you are again not getting here, so, sorry, you are getting a greater element here directly. So 1 index minus 0, because this was 1 index minus 0, it is 1. For 60, you are just getting here 80, which is greater than 60. So 80 will be a blocker for the 60. For 60 you cannot go beyond this 80 to like calculate its stock. Okay, it's a span, I mean, because you have to go consecutively. And till what point you can go actually till the point when you are getting the prices lesser than equals to, but it is greater than. So obviously you cannot cross the 80. You cannot cross this 80. So for the 60 you will say 2 minus 1, which is 1. Now see guys, for this 3, which means the 3 index or 70 value. So 70 value, who is the nearest greater element? 80 is that, not 60. 80 is that. So 3 minus 1, which is 2. Now for this 60, who is that? This is 70. So 4 minus 3, which is obviously 4 minus 3 is what? 1. For the 75, who is the nearest? Greater element? 75. It is 80. It is 80. 60, 70, 60. They were not. So 5 minus 1. 5 minus 1, which is 4. For 85, who is that? For 85, who is that? This is 6. For 85 is 100. So 6 minus 0, it is 6. Now see guys, if at index number 7 there was an element 110. So for 110 there was no element, and its right and its left was greater. So as I said, 7 index plus 1, 8. So total is the span 8. So if you count, there are 8 elements here. So in this way, guys, in a brute force, what will you do generally? What will you do? You will obviously, if this was your like price array, so to calculate span for every index, you will start traversing, like first of all, the outer loop will be from 0 to size, from 0 to size, let's call it I variable. Then for this you will start, because you want to find, you want to find the index of nearest, index of the nearest bigger element. So you'll go in left direction, obviously not right direction, nearest left greater element, you want that. So you'll if for every index you will start to its left index, and you'll go till what direction? You'll go in left direction till you find a greater element, or you end a loop. In any case, so here if you see for 70, till what direction you will go, till what point you will go, you got 60, then you got 80. In 80 you will stop. So what I mean, you will start a loop from I equals to 0, you'll go to I less than n. So this was your first loop. Okay, the second inner loop will be what? J assign I minus 1, j assign I minus 1. And till what point you will, because in this is an array, so you'll be having feasibility to go till 0th index, j minus minus. And so where would you stop? if if guys, listen, if your, let's call this price as p, this I'm just using a simpler name. If your p of I, your current element, your current price, if your current price, till what point you will stop, at what point you will stop? Till you, if your p of I is great, sorry, p of j, I mean, p of j is greater than p of I, which means your, now you have to stop. This 80 is blocker for the 70. Now this 80, because j is going in this direction, I is at here, I is at here, I is at 70. So j is going in this direction, so you'll say 80 is blocker. So as soon as you get a blocker, let's write an array, ans integer array. It obviously n size for every index. For every index it will get what is the span of that. So for I, right now we are calculating for I. Okay, so ans of I, ans of I, it will be equals to what? J minus, sorry, I minus j. As you can, as you guys guessed it, because we already did it earlier, that for this 75, who is the blocker? 80 is the blocker. So index 5 minus 1, total 4 elements are there. So ans of I is 4. So you'll break it, you will break from here. Okay, you will break from here. And guys, see, so this was your clue, or I mean, this was your brute force. Obviously you have to handle one more thing, that if you don't get, if you don't get a greater element in its right, in its left, then what you have to do? So to handle that, because in that case this condition will never meet, this condition will never meet. So what you will do, when you are creating this ans variable or this ans array, so pre-populate this array with indexes plus 1, which is 1 2 3 4 5, this type of thing. So as I said, if you will not get, if you will not get this condition, let's say for this 110, if you don't get any element in its left who was greater than 110, and see here the index was 7, so here the index was 7, so I'll pre-populate it with 8. I'll put 8 here directly, before when I started this question. So why I'm doing this? Just to handle that if there is no element in its right who is greater than. Okay, so in that case, index plus 1. So this is the thing, simple thing. So let's focus on this particular problem. So what you guys are seeing here, first of all, obviously that order of n square traversal, and then that to a dynamic array traversal. So now let's try to solve this test case in a better way, because look, here we are doing, again, if you see guys, if you guys see, here we are doing what? Order of n square solution in brute force, and we are doing unnecessary comparisons. What I mean by unnecessary comparisons, let's see. First of all, I think you are getting the hint of new data structure, which was that we want, you want the nearest larger element. Okay, nearest larger element in its left. So I hope you are getting this hint. Nearest larger element means the last larger element. So I hope you can guess. We want some data structure of LIFO sort, because we want last element, last larger first, last larger element first, we want that. Okay. So now let us see how can we approach this problem. Let's try to solve this test case directly, not with any idea, not with any clue, but just with random thing that we know, array, loops and everything. Now see, you put 100 here, you put 100 here. Okay, when you got 100, which is at 0th index, so what you have to do, let's create that ans variable as well. So 0 1 2 3 4 5 and 6. So you get 100 here, correct? The first index. So towards it left, no one is there. So as I said, we'll obviously pre-populate this. We'll obviously pre-populate in case we don't get any right any elements in its left, or some index left who is not greater than. Okay, so 100, no one is greater than 100. So now see, you got 80. Next you got 80. For 100 you were done. You got 80. So 80 index is 1. And the index is 1. And where are you getting greater element? Obviously in its left. Directly. The first element in its left, it's greater than. And you have to find only that. The nearest greater element. So 1 minus 0. 1 minus, because here you are getting that. So you will obviously override this one value. So 1 minus 0 is 1. So you'll override this as 1. Now see guys, you are, because see, as I say, uh, ask this question that once you are done traversing this, once you are done traversing this 100 and then 80, first ask this with 100, that once you cross this 100, once you are done with this 100, finding answer for 100, do you really need 100? Remember guys, in my stack identification, when we crossed a closing bracket, we don't need that closing and opening, we don't need them. But here let's ask this though, so that is why we were removing them from our structure. Okay, now let's ask for 100. Is this 100 of any importance? Because see, for 100 you got the answer, for 100 you already got the answer. Now can this 100 be of any use? Yes, it can be. Why? Because if there is some element, let's say 95 in its right, in right of 100, if there's some element 95, so obviously for 95, who will be the blocker? 100 will be the blocker, not 80. Because for 95 you want what? The greater element in its left, who is like a greater element in its left, that's it. So you want in like in left a element who's greater than 95. So 100 can be a blocker for elements like 95. Now for 80, so you saw that 100 we have to keep. Now for 80, do I need to keep 80? Obviously. For elements like 70, for elements like 60, who will be the blocker? 100 will not be the blocker, because before that, because we have to go consecutively, one after another, one after another. So for 60, 80 itself will be the blocker. So they both are required. Okay, so they in fact, whenever like when you got the answer, then also they both are required. For whom? To calculate answers for the right thing. So let's put 60 here. Let's put 60, index number 2. So for 60, who is the blocker? 80 is the blocker, the greater element in its left, the nearest greater element in its left. Okay, let me write this word here so that this thing at least it should click something. Okay, 2 minus 1, 2 minus 1. On index number 2, 2 minus 1, which is 1. So you'll override this value. Now see guys, what I say, 60. So let's say the new incoming element is 70. Let's not put here. But what I say, can this 60 be of any use? Can this 60 be of any use in its right? In its right, to right of them? I say yes, because let's say if you are having 55, for 55, who will be the blocker? 60 will be the blocker, right? 60 will be the blocker, because for right element, because what you want, the nearest greater element. So 60 can be the nearest, because after 60 you are getting 80, then 100. So 60 can be the nearest. So let's keep 60 here. Okay, because 60 is of use as of now, we can see. So let's write, because now the incoming element is 70. Now the incoming element is 70. Okay, and index number third. So 70 is here. So see, first thing guys, first thing, that for 70, who is the blocker, who is the greater element? Not 2. So you'll go here, not 2. In fact, there's one end, which is 80. So 3 minus 2, 3, sorry, 3 minus 1, 3 minus 1 is what? 2. So index number 3, you'll put override the 4 with 2. Okay, now see guys, once you are done with 70, once you are done with 70, actually 60 was lesser. So is 60 of any use? Is 60 of any use? I'm just asking to you guys, is 60 of any use right now? Because 60 was lesser than 70. Now see, for to the elements in its right, to the elements in right of 70, because you want the consecutiveness, you want all the elements in consecutive. Okay, you will be traversing in consecutive order. So all the elements in its right, see, their blocker, who can be their blocker? If let's say you in right, if you're getting some element less, because why were you keeping 60? Because we thought that 60 can be a blocker for them. So if 60 is a blocker for them, for all the right elements, let's say 55 or 50 or 50, first thing, if you notice, they will not even reach 60. Why? Because 60 is lesser than 70, is lesser than equals to 70. So for them, the blocker right now will be 70, not 60. So 60 is of no use right now. Now onwards 60 is of no use, because the importance of 60 was that it will block some elements, it will block the span of, like, calculating the span of the elements were lesser than it. But right now who can do that? Because you want, because whenever you get an index, you'll consecutively move towards its left to find the nearest, larger, to find the nearest larger value. So before 60 you'll encounter 70, so 60 is of no use. So what you'll do, so what I'm saying, look, till 70, when you're not putting 70 here, when was like when 70 was hanging right here, it was just coming, it will see what, the the last, because you want the last you want the last greater element, so it will see from last. Okay, it will start traversing from, because you want what, a nearest nearest larger element, which means the last larger element, you want that last larger element, you want that. Okay, last larger element that you encountered. So it will obviously go from here, not from here. It will go from one step, one step, one step, because you want the nearest in consecutive direction. See, guys, your traversal was consecutive. Okay, consecutive in left direction. So which is the direction? Consecutive left. So you will see for 70. So what is the thing that we are getting? What is the clue that we are getting? If the last element, or in case we can call the top, let's call this top element 60. If your top element is a less than equals to incoming element, or let's call this array p, you know, incoming element, you can say with 70, or you can say what, p of I. If it is so, so you will remove that, you will pop that from this structure, you will pop that 60. So right now 60 is removed, then 70 is placed. Now let's see for this 60. Now let me just quickly like finish this test case. I hope you are getting these clues. I know starting videos will be a bit lengthier, but they will clear all your concept guys. That is why I'm keeping them intentionally this much. So for 60, who is the blockers? Just 3. So for 4 index, 1, 4 minus 3. For 75, see guys, for 75. So 75 will see all the nearest element, all the nearest element. 60 is lesser, remove it. 70 is lesser, remove, because if they were the blocker to right, now 75 will play the role of blocker, because you want the consecutive left. So 75 will come before 60, before 70. So 60 was already removed. And see guys, so in this way you're not doing that unnecessary comparisons, because in brute force and array, what were you doing? Once you encounter 70, you will go and see this element is greater, no, this element is greater, no, this element is greater, no, this element is great. Okay, so you could have removed 60 earlier, but in 75 also you're checking that. That is why we are just removing it. So if the element of no importance, if the element is of no importance, we'll remove that. So the unnecessary comparisons are avoided, so a time complexity may be reduced. So 75 will remove all these elements. So all the elements who are coming after 75, they don't have to compare with them. Only two elements are there for comparison. So 75, which is index, we'll put 75 here, index number 5, 5 minus 1, which is 4. Now see, when 85 comes, 85 will see it, okay, 75 is lesser than me, lesser than or equals to, I'll remove it. Now I don't have to see with all these, yeah, with all these, you don't have to compare with them. Okay, so here you are saving 3 comparisons. In this way, you are saving comparisons, because we are removing them. So 85 will also remove 80. So 85 will see, okay, 100 is the boss, 100 is my blocker, 100 will not allow me to further expand my span. Okay, so 85 is what, index number 6. 6 minus 0 is 6. You'll override the 6. So I hope you got the clues that you have to, once like for every index you have to find the nearest larger element. And what this means, so nearest larger means we want the last input element first. Nearest larger means nearest in terms of what? For this element, the nearest, this is the nearest. So which means when you traverse from left to right, the last element that is of importance to you. So last in, first out, this is the first clue. And the second thing is the new coming element, which is p of I. It has the power to actually remove your last element. Because when 70 came, it was able to remove 60. So you can remove pop, you can pop the top, okay. I hope this was the best clues that I can give you guys. If you're not getting it right here, go, and because obviously now I guess what is the data structure that you will go for? Obviously the stack यार. अब और क्या ही बताऊं? LIFO you want, pop and top you want, so what you will go for next? Obviously stack. And you see what were you, like initially the complexity was order of n square. Right now it's reduced to order of n. Okay, every element is at most traversed by 2 times, so order of 2 n it is, but roughly order of n is the complexity. Now if you have to write the solution for it, so how would you write? For using a stack, for I assign 0, I lesser than n, which is the size I plus plus. So what you will do, first you will have to make sure that, because we'll make sure that new incoming element, can it remove others? Okay, you have to see that. Let's say for this example, so as we know, we'll use stack. So while stack is not non-empty, which means stack has something, that is when you will check now. अगर stack में कुछ होगा नहीं, if that stack is not, if that stack is empty, then what will you check? So you have to make sure that something is there in that stack. Okay, and what? And when will you remove? Because here we are seeing, as you guys can guess, we are using this pop operation. We are trying to remove all the unnecessary before you put 75 in your structure, before you put 75 in your stack. Let's see what all things I can remove for, so it will benefit for new coming elements. Let's say 80, so 80 won't have to compare with them, 80 won't have to compare with them. Now let's see what all things I can remove. If your p of I, which is your incoming element, is greater than equals to what? Your top element, st dot top, st dot top. If it is so, you'll do what? St dot pop. You'll remove them. So you'll, before even putting 75, you'll remove 60, you'll remove 70, which means so you remove them. Okay, go ahead. So you are done with this. Now see, if your stack is empty, if your stack is, and you are obviously having that ans array size n, which was integer, obviously you pre-populated it. What? You pre-populated it with 1 plus 1. So index is 0 1, index is 1, so you'll populate it with 2. So in that way you'll pre-populate that. Now if your stack is non-empty, your stack is non-empty, which means you are having, so after this loop, because in this loop what were you doing? You are removing all the less than or equal to elements than 75. Now see here, you are remaining with 180. So one stack is non-empty. You have to also check, because you are removing element from a stack. So if your stack is non-empty, which means stack dot empty is and this is not a sign, which means it is not empty. So what you will do? Look, in a stack, guys, we are not actually storing these elements, because what we actually want, we want indexes. We want the indexes. Okay, here 3 minus 1, 4 minus 1. So we want indexes, not the elements. So we are pushing, we'll push elements here, not the index, because using this indexes, we can obviously get the elements. So p and this index, p of 1, p of 2. So we'll push index here, not the values. So if this is non-empty, then you know this index. So for ans of I, what is the answer? What is the span of that stock? Which is I minus, remember that in brute force, what we were doing, I minus j. Somewhere I believe I did I minus j. For ans of I, what we were doing, I minus j. So here what we'll do, and here what is j? J is actually the index of the element who is greater than, nearest element who is greater than 75. Who is this? 80. And it is at top right now, because everything was removed from the stack. So if it was 100, which was 0, then first index, so 2 and 3 index were removed, 2 and 3 index were removed, so now top index is 1. So I minus st dot top. Okay, that's it. So here you are done with this. But again, you have to push 75 as well, because you have not pushed 75 in this stack. So the index for 75 is 4. So what you'll do, st dot push I. That's it. So in this way you will formulate your ans of I. So guys, go and solve this problem on LeetCode. You have to do a bit of modification in it, because that is some like directly you can submit this. You have to do some modifications, but I hope guys, and do let me know in comments that the idea behind stack, it's not that the hint of that I'm giving you, that it is order of n square and dynamic traversal and go with that, go with this. No, I hope you're getting the actual hints, and this is, I'm asking to all the guys and like, and बच्चे आपको भी, सबको इनफैक्ट समझ में आ रहा है कि नहीं, कि भाई स्टैक यूज़ कैसे करना है, किस केस में स्टैक आपको यूज़ करना है, ठीक है। और एक्चुअली दिमाग में रखना ही नहीं है स्टैक, स्टैक है भी ही नहीं है, दिमाग में रखना है कि भाई यार इसमें भी है ना लीफो जैसा कुछ चाहिए मेरे को, और पॉप वॉप कुछ करना है टॉप लास्ट एलिमेंट को, इन टॉप एलिमेंट को, दैट्स इट। तो यहाँ पे तुमको स्टैक मिलेगा आइडिया में। सो लेट मी नो इन कमेंट्स, आपको चीज़ समझ में आ रही है, यू आर गेटिंग दिस। लाइक वाइक मत करो, सब्सक्राइब मत करो, चलेगा, बट यार डू लेट मी नो इन कमेंट्स, आपको मज़ा आ रहा है नहीं, इट विल मोटिवेट मी। सो लेट्स मीट इन अनदर वीडियो गाइस। सो